Hey guys, what's up? We have something very different coming to the OCG, and do you remember the Grand Prix Cup within Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, the third and final season? Within it, it had duels where you had to go in a team. This is the main idea around the event. Hopefully, if it works well then it may be pushed into the Americas, and hopefully from there eventually translated into Europe. The article mentions Asia is introducing an officialized team system for tournaments. Yu-Gi-Oh! In Asia is getting a new kind of system for their major tournaments events called the Asia Team Series, where 3 people can form a team and participate at tournaments and events to earn points. It's the same idea that stores would support people and or people would just form teams by themselves. However, now Yu-Gi-Oh! Asia is trying to do this officially. The whole idea around this is you must be a 3-person team, though the rules need 1 member to be at least 20 or younger. Now, I can see why this is. The game is originally designed for younger people, and so will encourage, teams to be formed with Konami's intended age range and demographic, whilst still providing the flexibility for older players to still compete. Remember, since this is a new system that they're using, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Has been going for quite some time now, many players will never have had the chance to have experienced these types of events, and you do have some players that will easily be in their late 20s or 30s who would, just for the sake of it, like to at least experience these types of events. The better a team's standings are, the more they will accumulate points, and the higher they rank, the more rare and special duel fields such as playmats they will receive. Now, the restrictions for forming a team are all members must be from the same region. This makes sense, as if the team was too spread out, you would not be able to properly participate in all the tournaments together, and the whole idea is to bring people together. There must be 3 members to make a team. Most importantly of all, a person can only be on 1 team at a time. Therefore, if you no longer want to continue with a team, you will have to make this known formally. This is meant to make things more fair, as if you were to register with 2 teams, for example, and they were both competing in the same tournament, and you were fortunate or skilled enough that your 2 teams were facing off in the finals, well, you cannot duel yourself. It would make the tournament look like a joke, so they want to quash this kind of idea immediately. 1 or more team members must be aged 20 or younger at the time of registration. There are no details here as to how the person must be accompanied. Obviously, if they are younger than 18, you are still classified as a child. But I'm sure this will be clarified either on their official, tournament websites, within how to deal with normal tournaments, and will probably be applied in the same manner. Lastly, it says you cannot change team members, therefore you must make sure you have people you like and will not have arguments with, as you may be stuck with them until the tournament season has finished. Note that since this is a first for them, when they introduce this, there will be obviously some kinks for them to work out. Problems are not surprising. Anything they do which is a first for will always have, issues. It's better to just think of it as a trial year. Once they've identified the main issues, they will have these ironed out, and will probably have additional postings of rules in the future depending on their situations. I have looked at the tournament points system, which will begin between the periods of November and 2017 and June 2018. This is the time frame for the year. The points depend on the difficulty of the events and the likelihood of the turnout. For example, with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Open Tournament, which is a main event, you can get, just for participating, you get 10 points, which I believe is available for each player of a team. If there are any issues with the facts I'm giving, please leave those down below, just so we can get a proper clarification. So for just attending, your team gets 30 points. However, if one of you is good enough to become the champion, they will add a further 20 points for that event. So from the event, if all your team were to make the highest grades, difficult but not impossible, your team will have 87 points. The other events are less, not worthless, but worth less. But the more you turn up, even if you aren't the best duelist, hey, you know, not everyone is, the more chance to get points. Points are awarded on both an individual and a team basis. So if your team cannot make it for whatever reason, whether that be, you know, their own commitments, you can still improve your own chances for rewards. At the end of the tournament year, the team will get rewards depending on their points. If you reach 120 points, each member gets a duel field. If you are the top team for each Asian region, you can get a duel field for each member. And of course, you know, they're not going to spoil these dual field designs immediately. No, they'll be revealed much nearer the end of the tournament year. As a final side note, there will be other activities organised that teams can gain points from, so make sure to do as much as possible when you are there. To find out more, you will just need to contact, obviously, your local tournament organisers. So what do you think about team tournaments? Are you located in Asia and looking forward to playing this? Do you enjoy the ability to gain your own points as well as for the team? And do you think they will eventually bring this format to the other continents? Leave your comments down below, like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and as always, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. And